Bisharp, let's go! Bisharp!
Hi, I'm Professor Silver, and today I'll explore Bisharp's legacy in the Pokemon anime, expanding upon his battles, storylines, and potential as an ace. As I do so, I'll also be detailing how its many appearances impacted both the series as a whole and its personal legacy within the show's mythology. When I look at Bisharp, all I see is a ruthless warrior. Thanks to its samurai-like armor, axe-laden head, and retractable blades, it's a super scary opponent. In the anime, its epic weaponry helped it establish itself as one of the show's best steel and dark types. Through its varied appearances in Black and White, XY, Journeys, and other media, Bisharp developed a reputation rivaling that of Steelix, Aggron, and Scizor. Starting from its humble beginnings as Poniard, Bisharp's journey throughout the anime unfolded through a series of epic battles. Poniard debuted under the control of Iris's rival, Dragon Buster Georgia. She battled Ash's Snivy in the episode Silent vs. Trip, Ash vs. Georgia, and the club battle Hearts of Fury, Emolga vs. Sock. Despite not winning the match, Poniard showcased her potential. During the battle, she tore through Leaf Storm with Metal Claw and used powerful moves like Iron Head and Guillotine. All in all, the battle left me curious how deadly she would be in her next form. Shortly after Georgia's Poniard was revealed to have evolved in the episode Search for the Club Ultimate, Bisharp's true might was revealed. Using Metal Sound and Iron Head, Bisharp demonstrated her strength by overpowering a Drudigan. Not only that, the victory furthered Georgia's skill as a Dragon Buster. The writers likely gave Bisharp to Georgia as it resisted Dragon-type attacks in addition to normal, flying, rock, ghost, steel, grass, ice, and dark-type moves. Combined with her immunity to poison and psychic moves, Bisharp's first win showed that she had all the makings to be a profound threat in the anime mythos. Unfortunately, victory wasn't without its setbacks. During Georgia's Bisharp's next battle in the episode Clubsplosion of Excitement, the narrative implicitly confirmed that Bisharp's win over Drudigan was so that her subsequent loss to Bianca's Emboar in the second round felt all the more impactful. The situation parallels the role of red shirts from Star Trek, where a character's rise to prominence serves to heighten the emotional impact of their downfall. In spite of that, however, the battle still demonstrated Bisharp's resilience. She endured many flames, repelled Hammer Arm with Guillotine, released Metal Sound, and employed Metal Head. Still, she couldn't overcome her fire-type vulnerability and succumbed to Flamethrower. Thereafter, Georgia's Bisharp never again appeared besides a flashback in commanding the Explosion Crown. Another notable Bisharp that appeared during the Unova saga belonged to rescue worker Davey. In the episode Team Eevee and the Pokemon Rescue Squad, it used Slash to break the ice atop a frozen door. This showed that it had the capacity for utility beyond combat. I love that the writers employed this portrayal, as it suggested that Bisharp's sharp blades could be of great use in rescue missions. Had Davey's Bisharp starred in its own episode, the writers could have further explored this theme through an arc reminiscent of Edward Scissorhands. Its blades could do a great job of challenging assumptions based on outward appearances. The rest of Black and White saw little contribution from Poniard and Bisharp, especially as neither battled at the Unova League. Instead, a Plasma Grunt used a Bisharp in Ash and N, A Clash of Ideas, and a random trainer used Poniard in an exposition about the qualities of a good gym leader in There's a New Gym Leader in Town. Kalos gave Bisharp more narrative exposure than its home region of Unova. Throughout Pokemon XY, it was used by Team Plasma member Bryony in her effort to capture Zygarde, Ninja Heidayu in his quest to attack the Ninja Village, and Alain in the Kalos League Finals. Bryony's Bisharp made its debut in From A to Z, but fell to Squishy's Land's Wrath. Furthermore, despite her Bisharp's best efforts, it couldn't overcome Greninja or Squishy in meeting at the Terminus Cave. Heidayu's Bisharp displayed far superior strength than Bryony's. In the episodes The Legend of the Ninja Hero and A Festival of Decisions, it held its own against Sanpei's Greninja, Ash's Frogadier, and Ash's Pikachu. During its first battle with them, Bisharp sowed major chaos with Shadow Claw, X-Scissor, Snarl, and Fury Cutter. It's possible that without Elder Ninja Saizo's Heidayo's intervention with his Barbaracle, Bisharp may have won. When Bisharp next fought the 3 Pokemon, however, it pushed Ash's Frogadier so intensely that he evolved into Greninja. This led Greninja to activate the Bond phenomenon for the very first time and easily win the battle with Cut. As strong as Heidayu's Bisharp was, Alain's Bisharp was even stronger. Using moves like Thunder Wave and Guillotine, it defeated Ash's Hawlucha in finals not for the faint-hearted, and his Goodra in down to the fiery finish. The defeat of Goodra still draws the ire of fans worldwide, as the Dragon had only managed to tie against Sawyer. This meant that it left the league without a single win. To be fair though, Goodra faced an uphill battle as Bisharp resisted most of its attacks. After Goodra summoned Rain Dance, Bisharp dodged Ice Beam and executed Iron Head. Although Goodra intercepted the attack, threw Bisharp for a loop, and let off Dragon Pulse, the Sword Blade Pokemon blocked the move with Focus Blast, landed Iron Head, connected with another Focus Blast, and used Iron Head. Goodra tried to even things up with Bide, but Bisharp recovered, landed another Iron Head, and won with Guillotine. Sadly for Alain, all the energy Bisharp used to beat Goodra led to its loss against Greninja. Greninja activated Double Team, dodged Iron Head, and used the effects of Rain Dance to win out with a super powerful Water Shuriken. Neither Poniard nor Bisharp played a major role in Sun and Moon, but Bisharp had 2 minor appearances in Journeys. First off, in Legend Go, Friends Go, during a raid battle against Lugia, Bisharp got some epic animation. That said, it didn't last long before succumbing to Lugia's counterattack. In Bisharp's second appearance, it competed in an eating competition in crowning the Chow Crusher. Even though it initially did well thanks to its ability to slice the food, it got too excited and broke the table, disqualifying it from the competition. Besides the main anime, Bisharp featured in Pokemon Generations The Redemption and the Black and White 2 trailer. In my opinion, each appearance emphasized Bisharp's combative prowess. In the Generations special, it was seen as a fighter in Kalos' Great War, and in the trailer, it defended the Shadow Triad from Hugh's Lucario. As of now, Bisharp's future in Pokemon Horizons and subsequent anime series remains shrouded in mystery. I think its return to the series is inevitable, as it was recently revealed that it could evolve into King Gambit. The evolution of Bisharp into King Gambit by beating those of its kinds with Leader's Crest could make for a great story arc someday. While I'd most like to see Alain's Bisharp beat its brethren and become King Gambit, I wouldn't mind if the honor belonged to a Pokemon owned by Roy, Liko, or one of their rivals. If a rival were to get Poniard, he or she could raise it as their star fighter, similar to what Paul did with Elekid. Regardless of Bisharp's role in the future, however, its memorable battles alongside Georgia, Heidayu, Alain, and others leave an indelible mark on the Pokemon universe. One worthy of only the strongest of brawlers. On that note, class is adjourned. My name again is Professor Silver. Until next time, catch you later.